Hi, Hiram here. I'm going to do a little boil test on this stove that I got from MatoNupai's. It's his MAHALO stove. I tried to do a test with this earlier, but it didn't work so hot because I think the problem was I put a fluid ounce of methanol in here. So I'm going to redo this, and I try to remember what I said in the last one. MatoNupai's calls this his MAHALO stove. I'm not sure what that stands for. In Hawaiian, it stands for thank you, so I'm not sure if this is his thank you stove. But it's a little side burner stove that he's making and selling. Let's see some of the things that's on this. It's made out of aluminum coffee drink cans, 6.5 fluid ounces. It's about 2.07 inches in diameter, 1.29 inches tall, and it weighs about 0.24 ounces. I'll give all the dimensions down below with the equivalents in metric. It has 10 jets on it. The jets are about 10/1000ths of an inch in diameter, down about 1/4 of an inch from the top. This is a stove because the pot's meant to be put right on top of it, so it's not just a burner but a stove. Let's see. Kind of hard to remember what I said and what I want to say. MatoNupai's is saying that he lives around Tucson, Arizona, so he's at a much higher elevation than I am. And it sounds like his water comes to boil at about 205 to 207 degrees Fahrenheit. I live a little bit closer to sea level, so my timing will be a little bit different. Now in the previous, when I tried this a little bit earlier, with the 1 fluid ounce, I couldn't get the jets to really go. They were really small flames. So I cut back. I'm going to use 3/4 of a fluid ounce. That's about 25 milliliters. And I'm going to see what happens with that. Now MatoNupai's says there's 2 ways you can light this. One, either light it in here and just let it burn for about 20 seconds until it blooms, then put the pot on. But that can sometimes drag down the flames. Or what I guess he suggests is putting about 20 drops of your alcohol in a primer pan. That's something that you got to kind of practice with, that you don't put too much or too little of the alcohol in. If you get too little, it won't come to a bloom. If you get too much, it kind of wastes your alcohol, because this keeps burning even after the jets have started. So what I'll do now is I'll get some water prepped. I've got my 3/4 of a fluid ounce of alcohol ready to go. Let me get the water and I'll be back for a test. While I'm waiting for my water to get to temperature, there was one thing I forgot to mention that I did on the first tape. Was this is a side burner stove. So it's got 2 thicknesses on the outside, 1 thickness on the inside, and there's a gap between the thicknesses that the alcohol goes down in and then vaporizes in here. But the one thing that I see is missing here, there are the holes on the bottom, which I would have put them down a little bit lower yet to get all of the alcohol. But there's no vent hole, see it here? No vent hole on the top. And this can go back to, depending on what kind of pot you have. If you have a really smooth pot and this has not been dinged up and stuff, when you go on there, put the pot on it, you can form such a heavy seal, such a tight seal, that the vapor building up in here from the alcohol heating up can force the alcohol down and back out through these holes. I showed that on an earlier video. With my pot being as lumpy as it is, I'm not too worried about that today, but that would be one thing that I might add. So my water's almost up to temperature, and I'll wait for it and I'll be right back. Okay, so my water's to temperature. I poured the 3/4 fluid ounce inside. I took some out for the priming pan. Let's just put that in there. Just a little bit. Okay, let's go to camera 2. Put the pot on. I'm going to try the primer pan method. So the pot's on. Let's see if I can light this. Okay, so that's lit. Start the timer. the thing with the primer pan, that counts as far as I'm concerned with the heating time. So there looks like we've got some bloom coming out. Hopefully this time the jets will stay on. Now this is where you've got to kind of learn and balance how much to put in the primer pan. Overfill is kind of wasting, underfill doesn't get it lit. Okay, there goes the primer pan. Flames again coming out the jets, but they're getting small again. Man. I don't know what to say here, but the timer's going, so let's see what happens. We're now 2 minutes into the test. The temperature's up to 89 degrees Fahrenheit. The flames are getting a little bit bigger. At least ways they're not dying down as far as they did the last time when I used a full fluid ounce of methanol in there. But let's see where it goes from here. There we have 210. 211. 212 in 9 minutes, 9 seconds. So that was 2 cups of water, starting at 60 degrees at the lighting of the primer pan. 2 cups of water to 9 minutes, 9 seconds. Let's see how long it takes for run out. Remember, this was 3/4 of a fluid ounce. Okay, and there go the flames all of a sudden at, let's say, 11:49. Wow, that was fast die down. 11:49. It's been a while since I've had it lasted for 11 minutes 49 seconds, but at the end there, luckily I had the camera on because it just dove. Okay. Okay, a recap here. This is the excuse me, MatoNupai's MAHALO stove. 2 cups of water starting at 60 degrees, using 3/4 of a fluid ounce or about 25 milliliters of methanol. Came to a boil in 9 minutes 9 seconds and then ran out at 11 minutes 49. Now remember, MatoNupai lives near Tucson, Arizona, so that's a much higher elevation, so his boiling would come faster. The temperature and everything here is different. The room temperature is 80 degrees, humidity 73, wet. It's about to rain outside, so that could make differences too. But this could be one of the reasons why I don't get stoves from people anymore. I got to buy tests that I do. And it made it through the wear all right. Okay, so there we go. I thank MatoNupai for sending this to me. I thank you for watching. I look forward to your input, questions, remarks, helpful suggestions. Oh, I forgot to say, I'll leave links down below as to where you can see his videos on this. And if you want to search for this on eBay, he's also selling them there. But anyway, I thank you for watching. And as always, watch for my buddy Max. Bye now.